2 Samuel chapter 13. 2 Samuel chapter 13. I've got a lot of reading to do, so I'm going to ask you just to prepare verse 16 and 17 into the Message translation, okay? But I'm going to read from verse 1. I'm going to read from verse 1. So I've got a lot of reading to do, so just follow me. After this, Absalom, 2 Samuel 13. After this, Absalom, the son of David, had a lovely sister whose name was Tamar. And Amnon, the son of David, loved her. And Amnon was so distressed over his sister Tamar that he became sick. For she was a virgin, and it was improper for Amnon to do anything to her. But Amnon had a friend who was Jonadab, the son of Shemiel, David's brother. So it was David's brother's son. That is who it was. And he was a very crafty man. And he said to him, "Why are you, the king's son, becoming thinner days after day? Will you not tell me?" Amnon said to him, "I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister." So Jonadab said to him, "Lie down on the bed and pretend to be ill. And when your father comes to see you, say to him, 'Please let my sister Tamar come and give me food, and prepare the food in my sight, that I may see it and eat it from her hand.' Then Amnon lay down and pretended to be ill. And when the king came to see him, Amnon said to the king, 'Please let Tamar, my sister come and make a couple of cakes for me in my sight, that I may eat from her hand.' And David sent home to Tamar, saying, 'Now go to your brother Amnon's house and prepare food for him.' So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house, and he was laying down. Then she took flour and kneaded it, made a cake in his sight, and baked the cake. And she took the pan and placed them out before him. But he refused to eat, because there was too many people in the house. Then Amnon said, 'Have everyone go out from me.' And they all went out from him. Then Amnon said to Tamar, 'Bring the food into the bedroom.'" He planned this thing well. And he had people that was planning it with him. There is sometimes in life, there is people that gives you advice. Oh my God, how to get hold of someone that is innocent, that's a virgin, and how to break through that individual's life. But the devil is a liar, because this morning we're going to deal with some stuff. If the devil thought he's going to get you down and he's going to keep you depressed for the rest of your life because what happened to you 10 or 20 years ago, that devil is a liar, because this morning the atmosphere in this building is going to be charged. God is coming to deal with somebody's hurt that you've been keeping away from everybody for many years, and you couldn't share your pain and your hurt with nobody because you were scared. If I'm going to open up to somebody, they're going to take my story further, and people will look at me in a different light. But I came to give you some good news here today. It doesn't matter how deep your pain might be. It also doesn't matter how deep your wounds might be, but I came to give you some good news. God this morning is about to deal with the very thing that upsetted you for many years. That devil is a liar. I came to prophesy over somebody's life that things is about to change. God is about to change things around into your favor. Well, devil, you have to get me long ago, but I am a survivor and I'm going to make it. I'm not going to let my head down. I'm also not going to have a pity party. If you want to get me to a place where you think I'm going to cry for the rest of my life, well, devil, you're a little bit late, because this morning God is about to do something in this building that's going to shake not only this building, but it's going to shape my destiny that's about to come. It's coming to pass. It's almost here. I can feel something is happening in the realm of the spirit, and I know the enemy wants to stop you, and I know he wants to derail you, but that devil is a liar. I came today not to entertain. I came with a mission that God has given me, and an assignment that the days of your pain is going to be dealt with today. Sit down. Sit down. Let me come. Then Amnon said to Tamar, bring the food into where? Into the bedroom, that I may eat from your hand, your hands. And Tamar took the cake which he had made and brought them to Amnon, her brother, in the bedroom. Now when she had brought them to him to eat, he took hold of her and said to her, come lie with me, my sister. Oh my God, the story is deeper than what you think. Come lie with me, my sister. There's many a times in the house of God that your brother is not really your brother. Oh my God, I need to make it clear. Your sister might not really be your sister. Don't get distracted, because the enemy is about to see some stuff. The devil is about to do some things. The enemy is getting angry, and is already getting angry for what's about to come. But I'm not going to be derailed this morning. God is about to turn some stuff around. Something is about to happen in this atmosphere. Don't let the devil talk you out of this one. Tell your neighbor, say neighbor, daar gaan iets gebeur vanmorgen. Tell your neighbor, say neighbor, I can feel the presence of God. It's about to hit this building. Something's about to happen this morning. Neighbor, I feel that God is about to put me on the right path. Oh God, I can't hear some people here. Do I have some people that came into this place? Maybe you came in despondent. Maybe you came in downhearted. But that devil is a liar. Because this morning, something good is about to happen. Sit down. But she answered him, no, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing should be done in Israel. Do not do this disgraceful thing. And where would I take my shame? Listen to what she's saying. Where would I take my shame? And as for you would be like one of the fools in Israel. Yes. Now therefore please speak to the king, for he will not withhold me from you. However, he would not heed her voice, and being stronger than she, he forced her and he raped her and laid with her. Oh my God, I feel something. There's a hurt in the house. Some physically and some mentally and some psychologically. And the enemy has ripped you from your dignity and your pride. But I came to deal with that demonic onslaught. Oh God, I feel it. I came to speak to someone, and if you're a victim of going through that crisis in your life, don't think that I'm throwing anything at you, but I came to restore that very thing that was taken away from you, that very thing that you love so dearly, because this morning God is going to deal with that devil once and for all. Let me get into it. Then Amnon, I think we're now on verse 15. Then Amnon hated, oh God, listen to this. He forced her. He went against the will. He said, I love you. He desired her. Oh God, this sounds like the devil himself. And when he desires you and how he's after you, and he's always after your beauty, and how he's after to destroy the very thing that's laying in the inside of you. Once he's done with you, then he makes his announcement. Once he's done with you, he will then execute what he really wanted out of this whole thing. He'll first paint the picture good and smart, and he will entice you to fall with him and lay with him. But the minute he's done with you, this is exactly what he's getting to, and this is where I want to come in. Then Amnon hated her exceedingly. So that the hatred with which he hated her was greater than the love with which he had loved her. And Amnon said to her, arise and be gone. As if vyand jou gemisbruik het, en hy het gekry wat hy wou gekry het, en dan gooi jou uit, and he makes a word clear to you. Come on. And then he tells you, I'm done with you. Get out of my sight. It's a plan of Satan where he wants to get to you and he wants to destroy you completely. He's after grabbing your dignity and your pride. Woo, ek gaan preek vanoggend, ek voel die ding is op my. Die plek gaan nie rap. Iemand gaan uit hulle pyn uitloop. Somebody's going to walk out of their pain. I'm going to say it until you hear what I'm saying. Somebody's going to walk out of their pain. No, I'm going to say it until you hear me. Somebody's about to walk out of their pain this morning. Listen carefully. Listen what he's doing. He said, arise, be gone. So she said to him, no, indeed. She's crying back to him. No, indeed, this evil of sending me away is worse than the others that you did to me. In other words, I can still handle the rape. But the fact that you reject me after what you did to me, come on now. After you have lied to me, after after you have told me how much you love me, and after you told me how much you care for me, and now you're chasing me out. She said, this is worse for me than what you did in the deed. So in other words, the deed was still all right, I could handle it. But the fact that you reject me after the deed is worse. So listen to this. Now he continues. So she said to him, no, indeed, this evil of sending me away is worse than the others that you did to me. But he would not listen to her. Then he called his servants who attended to him and said, yeah, put this woman out, away from me, and block and bolt the door behind her. In other words, shut the door behind her. She's an outcast. She has lost the dignity and her pride. This woman has been raped. She's been taken away from society. And what the devil does, he shuts the door behind you. And then people start stigmatizing you. That sounds familiar. How people can stigmatize you because they know your background. How people can stigmatize you because they know where you come from. How people can stigmatize you because they know your past hurts and your failures. And how people can remind you where you come from. But I came to tell somebody that's also okay. You can put whatever you feel like putting on top of me, but I'm a survivor. Yes, sir. It is all right. I have survived. I have come through this pain. I understand. I understand where you're taking me to, but listen carefully to what's happening now. And then she said, now she had on a robe of many colors. This sounds very familiar. When you have a cloak of many colors in biblical times, it's got a great significance because it speaks about the favor. Go ask Joseph. When favor's upon you and when destiny is upon you, you will be known by the cloak that you wear. Oh my God, and everybody will recognize you as a king's child, and everybody will know you're a king's child because they identify by what you wear on the outside. They'll know exactly that this man or this woman comes from royalty. He's a king's child. That's why when that boy went hayward and he went to go spend all his money, when he came back, the first thing they had to give him was the royal cloak. They had to put on royalty back on him. Now come I tell you something, the devil is after what you have on the outside, carrying on the inside. The devil can't handle your royalty. He can't handle your status quo. He can't handle that very thing that's been put upon you. That devil is a liar. I'm talking to someone. He wants to hurt you. He wants to destroy you. He wants to take on to your dignity. But that devil is a liar. I came to address that thing once and for all. Not one single person in this building will leave this place the same way you have come in, because God is about to deal with the very thing that hurt you in the inside of you. And I'm speaking to someone here that can identify with me concerning your pain and your hurt. Come on. The first thing is, she had royalty on. She's a king's daughter. Yes. Don't forget it. She's a king's daughter. I'm going to say again, she's a king's daughter. Yes, sir. Gaan we weer say, she's a king's daughter. You are a king's daughter. I don't care what the devil did to you. You were a king's daughter. You were a king's son. Oh my God, royalty was upon you. You had the cloak of many colors, and they didn't like you, and they hated you for what you, oh my God, for the favor that's upon your life. They couldn't handle the favor that's on your life. Oh my God, I feel it. There's some people here today, you don't understand why your own family hates you the way they hate you. It's what's on you, darling. It's what's on you that they can't handle. The cloak of many colors are making them confused. Sit down. Oh, God, I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. The fact that I'm sitting here this morning, I'm a survivor.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, the fact that I woke up this morning, I'm a survivor. The fact that I dragged my feet to the house of God, I'm a survivor. The fact that you criticize me the way you've criticized me is also right. I'm a survivor. I made it until this morning. I'm a survivor. Do I have some survivors in the house? Do I have some people that's been going through some battles and some wars lately? Oh my God, the enemy wanted to kill you. He wanted you to lay down. He never wanted you to get back up again because he robbed you from your dignity and your pride. But my God, this morning you have decided I'm gonna get done. I'm gonna get to the house of God. Because why? I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I had to get up. I had to do it. I had to get there. I'm a survivor. Tell your neighbor, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm a survivor. Neighbor, you're sitting next to somebody that survived the greatest storm. Neighbor, I'm a survivor. My hope.
Come on now.
I never lost my joy. But most of all, I never lost
My praise.
my praise. No, gonna say it again. I never lost my hope.
Come on now.
I never lost my joy.
Come on.
But most of all, I never lost my praise, devil.
No way.
First sit down. It's gonna get rough. It's gonna get rough.
Hey now.
I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna get rough.
Come on.
Somebody's gonna identify something. Oh God, my bread cupboards were empty. And there's nothing to put on the stove. I don't feel good. But the fact that I'm here this morning, I'm a survivor.
Yes, sir.
The fact that certain people walked out of my life really hurt me.
Hey, now.
Really brought grief to me and hurt to me. But I'm a survivor. A new day has dawned on me.
Yes, sir.
I'm a survivor.
Come on now.
Let me get into this thing. And I need to do it. I listened to her. Now she had on a robe of many colors. For the king's virgin's daughter wore such apparel.
Yes.
And his servant put her out and bolted the door behind her.
Sure.
Then Tamar put on ashes on her head.
Sure.
That sounds familiar.
Come on.
I can't get lower than ash. I can't be taken lower in my dignity and in my existence and pride in ashes. And I identify with Job. I'm not going to go there now, but I'm a survivor. And when she put on the ashes, listen to where she's putting it on. Where she's putting on that ashes. On her head.
Yes.
In other words, from my head down, I've been completely stripped.
Come on.
From what I have carried. My virginity has been taken away.
Yes.
My pain is severe. I'm stripped from everything. I'm going down low. So she puts it on her head. Her brother identified with what he saw. Listen to this. Then Tamar put on ashes on her head and tore. This is the first thing that happens. She tore her robe.
Yes.
In other words, it brings significance and identification to the word. When David had to become king, the first thing that Saul had to do was to rip the kingdom from himself.
Come on.
And left it for someone else.
Sure.
So the first thing that Tamar did, she said, my royalty has been taken away from me.
Come on.
My kingship has been torn from me. That's what she did. She said, I don't any longer belong to royalty. And I can't carry the title of a woman of God.
Sure.
Because somebody raped me. Somebody took away my pride from me. Oh God, I identify something in this atmosphere. When you have been taken, I'm not talking about physical rape. I'm talking about emotional rapes. Scars that you can't erase from your life because it's deeply wounded. Somebody ripped you from your status of being called the child of God. And people can't identify with you any longer as being a child of God. Because do you know why? Somebody trapped you. And most of the time, it comes through cunningness. comes through somebody whispering the wrong thing in your ear. It's about to rip you away from your status quo. Many people have prematurely been ripped away from the call that God had on your life. Many people have thrown in the towel because of conditions that surrounded them and said, I don't want this anymore because it's not worth it for me. Hey, bro, you are not alert and awake in the spirit that the devil is behind it. He wants to rip you away from your royal status quo. It was not about your hurt. It was about the setup from destroying you from your call.
Sure.
Oh, ek gaan preek. Die ding is op my. So kom ek kan klaarmaak, gaan ek hom klaarmaak vanavond. Maar daar's 'n krag hier op my.
Sure.
I have to get this thing in.
Come on now.
Listen to what he does now. Comes to a very serious thing. Listen to her. The Bible say, then Tamar put on ashes, and a robe of many colors was on her, and laid her head on her head, her hands on her head, and went away crying bitterly. And Absalom, her brother, listen, this is Absalom, her brother said to her, has Amnon, your brother, been with you? In other words, he knew there's something wrong. He could identify. And the first thing he identified with was, why has your royalty been taken away?
Come on now.
Why have you bowed your head in shame? You know what the devil wants to do? He wants to bring your condition so that you can hide your head. Do you know when people bring guilt upon you, the first thing, you want to hide yourself. As jy hulle geld skuld en jy sien daar kom hulle, dan steek jy weg en jy gaan gou in 'n ander shop in, want jy weet jy owe hulle geld en jy het nie die geld om terug te betaal nie. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go into hiding. But we know you're hurting. We can see it on your forehead. We can see the pain on your forehead. It's clear that there's ashes on your head. It's clear that somebody's busy whispering in your ear. Because we see you losing your glory. You're no longer so active like you're supposed to be active. Why are you not so active anymore? I'll tell you why. Because somebody is robbing you from your royal status quo. Somebody has been whispering into your ear, and somebody is telling you they don't have need of you, although we can see the ashes. I love the story because somebody identified it. But hear what he's saying. Listen to the brother. Hear what he's saying. Has Amnon, your brother, been with you? Listen to him. But now hold your peace, my sister.
Sure.
He is your brother.
Sure.
Another woord. Los jy hom vir my. Die geveg, Tamar, is nie joune nie. Tamar, 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 Tamar. Ek ken jou pyn. Maar die geveg, Tamar, is nie joune nie. Los die vir my. Tamar, hy is jou broer. O, Here. O, die Here praat met my. Here praat met my. Moet hom nie aanvat nie. Moet nie vergeet, Tamar. Jy wou nie gehad dat hy moet dit doen nie, jy het hom gewaarsku. Maar Tamar, hy was sterker dan jy. So in ander woorde, jy kan hom nie aanvat, jy is te swak vir hom. Los die sterke vir my. Tamar, jy het hy geveg verloor. Moet nie terugbeklei, Tamar. Tamar, hy het jou klaar geoverpower, Tamar. Die geveg kan jy nie aanvat nie. Die geveg moet jy vir my los. Ek sal self oorvat van die af. En wat jy moet hou jou vrede.
Come on now.
Los die geveg van my. O, Here. Ek voel iets, man. Ek voel iets in die atmosfeer. Los die geveg van my, Tamar.
Come on now.
Tamar, moet nie self beklei nie. Jy is te swak vir die geveg. En jy het klaar seer. Moet nie aanhou beklei nie. Kyk, jy het klaar pyn. En die pyn wat jy nou mee deel is geweldig. Tamar, los die geveg. Ek weet wat om te doen. Dit is wat hy sê. Hoor wat doen hy? Hy sê, but now hold your peace, my sister. He is your brother. Do not take this thing to heart. So Tamar remained desolated. Where? In her brother's Absalom's house. Woo! Jesus. Hoor waar gaan Tamar? Hoor waar gaan sy? Kyk aan wie sy huis gaan skuil sy. Ek wil het weer lees vir jou, want ek wil het duidelik vir jou maak. So Tamar remained desolated in her brother Absalom's house. In ander woorde, ek gaan my skaar by die sterkes.
Come on now.
Ek gaan niks sê of niks doen nie.
Come on.
Ek gaan net in sy teenwoordigheid en bly.
Hey.
Oh, Here. Jy nodig in die sterkes se teenwoordigheid, nodig jy skuilings soek.
Come on now.
Jy nodig in die sterke se huis, jy moet daar polla pas te klyf. Die oomblik jy jouself uit die teenwoordigheid te haal en gaan soek vir 'n ander teenwoordigheid, is jy in moeilikheid. Jy is in die regte teenwoordigheid. My gees het iets gevang. Jy is in die regte teenwoordigheid op die regte tyd. Jy is in God se wil en in God se plan. Jy moes hier vanoggend gewees het. Jy moes in die teenwoordigheid gekom dit wat met jou gaan praat. Jy moes in die teenwoordigheid gekom het wat jou gaan sê, jy is 'n survivor.
Come on now.
Jy het dit gemaak.
Yeah.
Jy gaan oorkom. Die stryd wat jy nou in is, dit is nie jou stryd nie. Jy moet net in die teenwoordigheid bly van jou broer. Jou broer het klaar die plan uitgewerk. Hy weet klaar hoe om vengeance te gaan soek on jou behalf. Wat gebeur? For the sake of time. For the sake of time, for the sake of time. Let me quickly rush for the sake of time, Dr. Hawkeye, for the sake of time. Let me quickly get you to something. Let me quickly shift you for the sake of time. Listen to what she's doing here. The Bible says for 2 solid years, she's in isolation. Go check the word.
Yes.
Same chapter. For 2 solid years, she's dealing with the pain of what her brother did to her.
Yeah.
The rape was not critical. The fact that after you raped me, and you put me out and you shut the door, and you hated me for the act that you did on me. You were so vulnerable. There's certain people you became so vulnerable to them.
Come on.
But it's a plot for your demise, to bring you down low. It's a plot to get you to a place whereby the devil is going to take away your very dignity and your very pride from you. And something happened here. For 2 years she's in isolation. And then one day, Absalom, he called his men together because he saw his father's doing nothing about this. He expected his father to retaliate. All that his father did, his father was just cross when he heard about this whole thing.
Come on now, come on now.
But his father never reprimanded him.
Sure.
The father never came to a place where the father sat him down and corrected him. So he had to act now because he couldn't handle the pain that Tamar is in isolation. He sit baie gewonde soldate. Iemand het jou seer gemaak. Iemand in die kerk het jou pyn gekos. Iemand het jou gelos. En iemand het gewag om te sien hoe gaan jy onder. Maar alles laat. Ja, ek glo nie almal verstaan wat sê ek nie. Ek gaan dit weer sê. Ek gaan dit sê tot jy my hoor. Ek wil vir jou sê, jy is laat. Ek gaan dit weer sê, duivel, jy is laat.
Hey!
Devil, I'm a survivor.
Yes!
I'm not in this building by mistake.
No way!
I'm not here by mistake.
Come on now.
The fact that I'm here, I have survived the storms of life.
Hey!
I've survived the fact that my father wants to have nothing to do with me. I'm a child out of wedlock. But the devil, my circumstances is not going to speak to me that I can't mount up to be something in the house of God. I came this morning to this service to reclaim my royalty that rightfully belongs to me. The fact that it was taken away from me is more than enough that I have to get it back again. If that devil thought I'm never gonna get up from my experience completely in isolation for many years, I got news for that devil. I'm not gonna die in isolation. I'm gonna get up from this day. I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna come back to the altars of God. I'm gonna repent before the Lord, and I'm reclaiming back my royalty that rightfully belongs to me. I'm a royal agent of God. Just give me time. I'm almost there.
Sure.
Have to get past this one. Kuraba shakalabo shakatala masota remaseto lomase kanda mostai. Esta ramosto le mageste.
Most High God.
Indestor emas stelemando. Aikester emas tulemandesta. Mesten doster alamasti. Ekestor destalamandestai. Yendustelamastai ketelemesto. Menduriestelamandestai. Mendostelamangestelemai. Hai. with me. I'm a survivor. Mephibosheth. 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 Mephibosheth, where are you? Where are you, Mephibosheth? Mephibosheth, where are you? Cliff Marshall, I'm in Lodebar. What are you doing in Lodebar, Mephibosheth? The person I've trusted, the person that I thought can take good care of me, the person that I thought will nurse me, the person that I thought has become the nurse to be there for me, that very person dropped me. What did she do? She dropped me. I thought she would take care of me. It was the nurse that looked after me when I was a child. Many babes. We gave you some nurses to nurse you. But that very people dropped you. They did not understand their responsibility as being a nurse. They want to get out of their position because they don't know they are nurses that needs to nourish and keep God's people. Now they drop you. It's only about them. It's not about my kingdom. Mephibosheth, what did they do? They dropped us. Listen to Mephibosheth. The king is in the palace. He said, is there anybody left in the house of Saul? I want to show kindness to them. He said, go get him. But you don't understand. You don't understand. This man is a cripple. He lives in Lodebar. How can you leave the cripple and even take them further in their condition? How can you leave the cripple because of your hurt? You leader, your hurt. How can you leave the cripple and go dump them in Lodebar? It's on you. You know what? God gave me this word way in the week. I didn't know why God gave me this word. I couldn't understand it, but now I do understand after yesterday.
Come on.
I do understand it. Because we left the cripple even in the worst condition. But God already assigned someone that will remember them. Go get them. Go get them on my behalf. Go get them. Go get them. Go get them. Even if it hurts you, go get them. And David went, Cleo Lemikis went. He said, get the chariots. Go down to Lodebar. Bring him here. Look at the cripple. Look how is he coming in. He can't even walk. Look at the cripple. Here, David. He said, come sit at the table. At where? At the table. I want to restore your royalty back to you. I want to get rid, Tony. I want to get rid of the garment of pain. I want to get rid of the garment of despair. The garment that weighs you down. The garment of your shame. The garment that ripped you away from your status quo. I'm going to rip that garment away from you. I want to come to a place where I want to restore back to you my kingship. I want to restore back to you that thing that was taken away. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do what I have to do. Please, you've got to pardon me. I feel the anointing of God.
Sure.
Oh, but I can't because I'm a slave. I'm a slave. I've been captured. I was called to serve on someone of royalty. I was called and I was hijacked and I was taken away from my mother and father to come and serve on a man called Naaman. A man that is status. A man that has royalty and is prestige. Oh God. Hey, the Here wants to take you away.
Come on!
The word of God is in his building, and the devil is angry because guess what? God is about to raise survivors.
Yes, Lord! Woo! Hey!
Survivor! 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 Survivor!
Yes, Lord!
Survivor!
Yes,
Survivor!
Hey!
Survivor! There's revival in this building! The devil is the liar!
Come on! Woo! Glory, glory! Glory, glory! Rashaka Rababosete! Ribabosata Karababosa! Rebenderia Bebesete! Rasata Yanda Rababosaka! Rabonderia Bebesete Kerebebese! Ruanderia Bababosa! Rasata Yanda Rababose Kerebebese! Ribenderia Bebesete Kerebabosa! Rakarabababosa Tandarababose! Rikarababosa Tayandarababese! Rebosa Tayandarababese! Yes, Lord! Oh, Satayandarababose! Karababosa! Glory be to God in the Most High. Rebo Satayanda Rebebe Sheke. Kebro Setianda Rebebe Shaka. Rababo Satayanda Rebebe Sheke. Kiriando Riobo Satayanda Reke Shata. Rababo Satayete Kerebe Setayanda Rebebe Shaka. Rakarababo Shaka. We proclaim the name of Jesus in this atmosphere right now. Oh, Lord, we lift you up, oh God. Hey, Lord.
Jesus. I want everybody to give me their attention. What's happening this morning is Chantel is standing here. She'll tell you. She called me late yesterday afternoon. I had the weirdest experience ever. I'm not going to go into it. And when she called me, she said, "Dad, why must I phone you? There's a reason why I need to phone you." I was shocked because I just phoned my wife and I said, "I had the weirdest experience. I need you to come home." She was still at church. And then I shared with Chantel, said, God is preparing me. But for Monday, tomorrow night's class. I shared it at the back just now with Keenan and Carissa, and I was sitting there. I said, I have never been so ready like I am right now. She asked me, "The Apostle, how are you going to do it? Because you're alone." I said, "No. God told me He's going to dispatch His angels to be present." He said, "I will be casting them out with my finger. Because I'm tired of the cycle of hurt and of pain." So I can't handle it. To see people put on beautiful mascara and paint their faces just to look all right. But when they get out of the presence, Kingsley, they wet their pillows because the pain is too severe. The hurt is tremendous. And then I said, "Lord, what are you showing me?" God said, "Son, I wanted to do something. I prepared an illustration, but I can't. If you can only we see the scars of the pain. Some is visible, and I know you don't mind. When he lifts up his hand, the scars is visible on his hand. And I asked God, what are you showing me? God said, that's reality. Hear what God told me. He said, Eden, I'm not going to take away the scar. Because the scar will be the reminder of where you're coming from. Just a little bit softer for me, yes. A little bit softer, little bit softer. The scar will not be removed. Pastor Clive. Because the scar must speak about my pain. I said, now I understand that the scar reminded David of someone. The scar of Mephibosheth was his crippledness. Did God remove the scar? No, Shananaidu. He kept the scar. Because he wanted to remind him of where he comes from. This morning in this church, remove the mask. Stop pretending. I'm gonna make a very strong statement. You can't fast it away. I'm gonna make it clear. You can't pray it away. You've got to deal with the realities of your hurt. I want to close with a statement. Excuse me. Listen to what I'm about to say. You must not look at your position. No, you must look at your position. You must look at your position, not at your condition. Look at your position, not at your condition. Many people has missed God because of their condition, but never saw their position. Many people stepped out of their position because of their condition. Your condition is the thing I came for. I came this morning to deal with that thing. Satan can't handle the fact that you made it through the storm. There Devil, come here. I saw you somewhere. Come here. Take the mic. But before you're gonna sing, you got to sing Afrikaans song. Very appropriate one. Your condition cannot derail you from your position. If the devil thought, out of all the hurts and the pains that he has caused you, that he has derailed you, he has actually steered you into the right direction for the greatest breakthrough of your life. You're gonna sing. And you're gonna sing, and this altar's gonna be open.
Jesus Priya
Boy.
Jesus Priya.
Luister.
Satans bande.
Oh, Here.
Jesus Priya. Satans bande.
Get back your position.
And I Jesus Brian, that's what is wat hy gaan doen vanoggend. Jesus Brian, that's what
Ek sê dis wat die Here gaan doen vanoggend. Halleluja. Ek sê dis wat die Here gaan doen vanoggend. Halleluja. Ek gaan jou vry maak. Breek Satans bande. Breek, Here. Breek omstandighede. Breek dit in Jesus naam. 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 Play. That hurt. Lift up your hands, everybody standing at this altar. God wants to restore your position. It's to give you back your royalty. It's to give back your dignity. It's to break the cycle of your pain. constant cycle, that vicious cycle. Jesus, in our oggendservice, Here, battling with this thing now. Oh my God, there's anointing here, people. It's not by might, it's not by power. It's by the Spirit of the living God. Satan, you're a liar. Break that pain. I break that cycle. I need to deal with certain stuff. I hear God. I've got to break cycles here. Cycles, 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 cycles. Cycles of pain. Cycles of hurt. Jesus. Cycles that have derailed you from your success. Renounce every cycle. I renounce every cycle. And every generational cycle of pain. I come against that cycle of hurt, cycle of pain, that cycle of not advancing, that cycle that never wants to see happiness. That never wants to see happiness, that very cycle. I come and I speak against that cycle that have derailed you over years to put a smile on your face, you ugly devil. I'm here this morning to announce to you that these people have survived through the difficulty. But they survived until this morning, because from this morning, keep back that cloak of many colors and royalty. Put back the royalty upon their lives. Give back their joy. Give back their happiness. Give it back this morning. In the mighty name of Jesus. I speak over their lives' destiny. God, 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 God. I their lives. Destiny. Destiny, 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 destiny. Get out in the name of Jesus. Cover yourself, cover yourself, cover yourself. I've got something here, something I want to close the service, but I just can't close the service. Speak upon your destiny, devil. Got to leave, you 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 got to let go of that grip. There's an atmosphere in this building. I know time is fast spent, but I've got to deal with this thing. If you're in a hurry, please leave. Please go, please go. The service is over, you can go. You are free to leave, but I've got to deal with people here that needs to get a breakthrough, that are hungry to see God come through for them. The rest can leave. The service is over. But I've got to deal with this thing. Got to deal with it. I've got to deal with it. I've got to deal with it. Satan, your time is up. It's a new season. It's a new season. It's a new season. It's a new season. New beginnings. I declare over everybody standing at this altar, newness will come now. Oh God.
Thank you for sowing into the vision of Evangelistic Outreach Ministries. You can locate, call, or follow us with the information on your screen.